Hello everyone, my name is VoidDoctor, and welcome to Season 2 of InfinityCraft. Yes, my friends, this is the new map. My possessions are few and far between, as we can all see. A larger head. And, yeah, it just feels refreshing to know that there's a whole world ready to be explored. Yeah, it just feels so nice to have no items. Well, that's not the part that feels nice, but it's nice to know that I haven't done so much, and that there's less for me to do. There's so much for me to do in this season. I have even greater plans for this season than last. Yeah, I decided to settle in another village. Don't get mad at me. I'm not gonna just use their houses like some people do. Yeah, I'm not just going to use the village houses. What I like to do with villages is I like to kind of just renovate them, if you will. Kind of just, I like to settle in them because it's a good template for like street, like the city layout to begin with. And then I just like to kind of destroy the houses, build new ones, because it's just nice to have a village kind of, like a couple, a sort of layout template for you to follow, and then you kind of just modify the houses around them. I just think that's nice. So that's kind of my plan for this season, and then also of course expand the expand the village. But the plan for this season is to have it be less like conventional Minecraft bases and be more sort of empires and kingdoms. Too Much Mustard is living in this village temporarily, but he's going to settle out in the mesa, where I'm pretty sure going to build something really cool if I have his base ideas correctly, or if I'm correct about his base ideas. But yeah, my plans for this episode are to just do some mining, probably get some diamonds so I can have a diamond pickaxe so I don't just go insane, and then also just like get a house started, because this is my house currently. It's got a crafting table and a furnace and a chest and a bed, which is nice. But other than that, it's slim on its design aesthetics are, basic principles of architecture are few and far between. I mean, this house shouldn't even exist in real life. Like, this house would not exist in real life. Anyway, after ranting about that for a second, I think the first thing that we're going to need to do in the new world is get some diamonds, because currently I have wooden tools and an iron pickaxe. Other than that, and maybe some golden carrots in my own head. But other than that, I have no other possessions. Okay, that chest has some stuff in it, but that's just stuff that I found, that I got from the village, like village chests. So I think the first thing we're going to need to do is get some diamonds. So there's a ravine down here that people have already been to. So I think we're just going to use this ravine to kind of start a mine. Oh my. I think we're just going to use this ravine to kind of start a mine, and then after that we're going to kind of take it from there, sort of just get a tunnel going and then take it from there afterwards. So let's get on with the mining montage. I don't know how I'm going to do this mining. I don't know. I honestly do not know. Man, I do have to say I like the new map and all, but I do have to say one thing I do not miss is mining down to Y11. Oh man. I don't miss this at all whatsoever. This is not something I miss from the early game. Okay, I kind of miss this. This is nostalgic Minecraft right here, at least for me. I remember mining down at never mind. I was always a mine straight down guy. But yeah, mining down to Y11, not the most fun part of starting a new Minecraft world. That's for sure. I just realized I did not bring any torches with me. How lovely. And you've hit Y11, and at least in the 1.17 update, when you hit Deep Slate. And yes, I am actually quite happy that we generated this world in 1.17, because, oh boy, I have plans for Deep Slate. It's kind of confusing even for myself to be saying I'm happy that we generated this world in the 1.17 update, because it's been out for like 4 months now, so it's not like it's a huge shocker that we generated this world in the 1.17 update now, is it? Ouch. Oh, I see some blue shiny stuff back there. Let's see what it is. See how much, or I know what it is, but let's see how much it is. Let's see how much it is, I guess. Oh, 1, 4. 5. Let's go. It's enough for a sword and a pickaxe. Sword or a pickaxe, or a pickaxe and enchanting table. I think I'm gonna go the sword and a pickaxe route just for self-defense, since I've died way too many times so far. So let's craft this stuff up. That was a really awkward angle. This still is. Woo! It's been a little while since I got out of the mine, maybe a couple hours, and Too Much Mustard's been making quite a bit of progress on his base so far. This place looks amazing, actually. Oh my god, this place is amazing. This is his temporary base? What is this man doing? What is he doing? Alright, first diamond pickaxe of InfinityCraft Season 2 is crafted, or at least for me. And then, of course, the classic venerable diamond sword. So let's swap out those old tools. Okay, that's actually still quite useful. Those wooden tools. We went straight from having wooden and iron to wooden and diamond. Yeah, I know how to sort out my priorities. Don't judge me. I said that really weird. Priorities. I'm tired, okay? I'm very tired. First kill with a diamond sword on this new... There. Dead. The diamond sword has now been used. Good. Alrighty then, so I think I'm going to do a bit more mining before we call it a day and begin building the base, because, I don't know, I feel like I need a few more resources like iron, because all I have right now is about 2 iron, so, yeah, I feel like I need a bit more before we get started on other projects today. I think I need to improve the quality of this staircase, because currently you just bang your head on every step, like, it's awful, it's truly awful. And yes, I did find diamonds within this amount of time. I only had to do like 3 of these before I found diamonds, so that's pretty lucky. Wonder how my luck's gonna be in the future. Diamond set number 2, beautiful. Let's see, how big is it? Only 2, but that's enough for an enchanting table. Beautiful. I'm not gonna stop here though, because I did this whole side. Now I'm doing this side. And it would feel like a mistake to not continue this, because imagine if I missed some diamonds in here. Like, that would be tragic. And this, my friends, is why you always mine near diamonds. Have I just discovered something? I think I have. This is super useful. You can, like, see above you. Okay, it's just like a cave or something. That is awesome. You can't share this information with anyone, people who are watching this. Oh my gosh, it's an axolotl. I think I'm just gonna keep you here, friend, because I currently don't have any iron ingots, but oh boy, you're gonna be my new friend. So overall, I'd say that this mining trip was actually a resounding success. We got 8 diamonds, because that's 5 right there, plus another 3, that's 8. Quick maths. And then we got, 7 iron. Actually, no, we got a bit more. I just have it in storage right now. And we got some copper. A lot of deep slate, which is nice because that's going to be used a lot in the building style that I have in mind, and just a lot of like stone and other things that are nice to have. So I'd call that a resounding success. But now it's time to begin work on the starter base, and I call this a starter base, but it's pretty much going to be my permanent base, because in a city you don't really have like a mega base or something like a giant outpost. So you kind of just have, we're going to have big builds around here, like major builds around here. But it's not like I'm going to have a massive, sort of like mega base, like a large giant structure around here that I'm going to use for something. Like that's not what I have in mind for this place. Okay, to be fair, we didn't get a whole lot of iron. Like, we only got 14 iron, which, yikes. But still, we got a normal amount of diamonds to iron, actually. That's a little freaky, actually. And one more thing before we get started. Yes, I have crafted myself up a nice suit of iron armor. But one more thing before we get started. I'm going to try and take a bit more of a lighter approach on kind of destroying things like grass, because it's really hard to make it look natural again, like replacing it. So I'm going to try and keep it as it was originally, kind of just, and same with creepers. I hate when, there's like no grass and a lot of creeper holes. I just think it looks so, untended. So this season I'm going to try and take a bit of a lighter approach to kind of taking out grass, and only take it out when I need to. So hopefully that looks nice in the end. Let's keep our fingers crossed that no one else decides to like bombard my landscape with creepers or something. That would be really unfortunate. But let's get started on the base, or the house rather, because this entire city is going to be the base eventually. But let's get started on the house right now. It will actually be a miracle if I have enough cobblestone to build the house that I want to build. I mean, it's not too much cobblestone. It's 9 by 9 by 4, but that's still probably more cobblestone than I have. Maybe I should make it 7 by 7 by 4, considering that the top layer is going to be 9 by 9 by 4 anyway. And if I made it 9 by 9 by 4 on the bottom, it would be 11 by 11 by 4 on the top, which is quite large, to be honest. So maybe I should do 7 by 7 by 4 on the bottom. So unfortunately, I think I have to do a bit more cobblestone mining before we actually get building, but that's just me off camera. I just have to get a bit more cobblestone so I can actually build the foundation of my house. Otherwise, it's gonna be all wood, which would look really strange. Alrighty then, well, it's perfect timing for me to be constructing a new house, because this one just got blown to smithereens. So yeah, of course I'll fix this hole and fix up the house, but right now I am just going to make a new house because let me explain it this way. I never intended to use this house as a house. I just needed somewhere to stay for the first couple of nights. Now I'm going to actually build my permanent base. So let's get started on that. Alright, so I'm just laying out the floor plan. And just, it's gonna be a square. I know a lot of people are gonna complain about that, but I'm gonna have a couple little, you know, details, like a little balcony and stuff, or like a little, you know, overhang right here, and then maybe like a farm out here. I will have a farm out here, just like a small farm, not as big as my wheat field from last season, because that thing was basically impossible to maintain, but just a small little farm to kind of sustain me in the early game before I have infinite access to golden carrots. Alrighty then, so I have the sort of foundation for the house all done. It's got a 5 by 5 interior. Again, that's pretty small, but when you go up to the second floor, it's gonna be much larger. The first floor is just supposed to be kind of like, you know, furnace, that kind of, just, you know, the bare essentials in the first floor, and the second floor is gonna have all the, you know, all the nicer stuff inside of it, you know, like the bed and stuff, and that's gonna be a 9 by 9 area, so on the inside it'll be 7 by 7. Alrighty then, so I've got all the pillars in place, and I've got all the windows for the house in place. I've got a door, and now I think I'm going to start working on the second floor, which is where a lot of, you know, the bed, the enchanting setup is going to go in the house. So that's going to, I think this house is coming along quite nicely so far, and I got to kind of put in some more of these blocks like this, and something like this, you know, all these different little texture blocks to just kind of, you know, vary the building a bit more than just having straight up, you know, cobblestone or like just smooth stone the whole way around. That would be very boring and not very exciting to look at, you know. Like this place, you know, when you have a bit of texture, I feel like it can really bring a build to life. Why was it so hard for me to say that? Whoa. Alrighty then, so I finished the upper floor of the base. And it's looking quite nice. The spruce planks and then oak logs look really nice. And then, yeah, and then I'm just gonna have windows on like you know, some of these panels. And then now I think it's time to start the roof, which I think is going to be one of the most iconic parts of my building style, because it's going to feature some pretty interesting blocks. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alrighty then, so something like that. Yes, I did get some animals in the meantime, but yeah, something like that. A roof like that is what I want to build, so let's build it. Let's get going with this. Alrighty then. So I finished the roof on the house, and I've started sort of moving my stuff in, and also put up these two item frames. This is my first iron chestplate, and this is my first diamond pickaxe. Very nice, because I've done a bit more mining for stone and deep slate, and then Fake Blossom, right there, gave me an axolotl, so I put him in a little tank right here. Then I have my chests just full of stuff that I've accumulated, because storage is a constant problem on this server, at least for myself. And I have a nice little kitchen down here with a little kind of countertop and some furnaces, because, you know, it's just the bare essentials. But I think the last thing that I want to add to the house, at least this episode, is taking this crop farm that I just set up so I could sustain myself with potatoes, and putting it in a nicer sort of, you know, more walled off little area right now, kind of connected to the house. Because right now it's kind of an eyesore. It's just a bunch of farmland, and I think it could look nicer, so I think I'm going to move it over here and maybe give it more of an organic shape as well, and just kind of make it look a bit nicer. You know, just kind of simple details, but it should look nice. So I'm going to do that right now. Alrighty then, so the crop farm has been completed. This is mainly where I'm going to be farming potatoes and wheat for food for myself at the beginning of the game, or like in the early game, and then just wheat for, just kind of breeding villagers, getting bread for breeding villagers, because that's always, that's a necessity for breeding villagers. You can always use like things like potatoes, but bread is way more efficient. And I think this is where we're going to leave off the episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed. My name's been VoidDoctor, and I'm out. See you in the next episode. Peace.